All right, all right, all right. It's your boy, JS1 the Supplier. I am here. Aries Lounge, VVC Life. Yo, I am this is one of the greatest days of my life.
Oh,
Yo, it's only been a few. I'm not gonna say a few because all of my interviews is special. Yeah. But Pork Chop was one of the days when I really felt like I made it interviewing him. 100 grand when I sat down with my OG for the first time. Nemo. That was a special day. And this is one of them super special days. I got a Baltimore legend. And when I'm talking about real legend, not the nigga used to be on the block and then he did 20 years in jail, but he don't do shit and ain't never been shit. I'm talking about we got a nigga that really put work in. Somebody that was on the radio 5 days a week, was in the clubs at night, was in these streets. Yo, he was out here with the musicians, the rappers. He was in the ciphers. He was around. Yo, you was giving artists opportunity after opportunity, and still in 2024, it's still giving artists opportunities, still shaking the streets up. Yo, Squirrelwyde is in the motherfucking building.
Intro like that.
Yo, you a legend. Now, what you gonna have to do is get closer to that microphone. Pause. Okay. So you can go ahead on, slide on. Yeah, I would tell you to move them pillows or slide.
No, Diddy. I'm still trying to be cool though. Like, you lay back sometimes. It's good. Yeah.
No problem. We here. No problem. I just want to make sure people hear this history that you about to give us all.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a lot of it.
So now I just want you to understand the framework of the show is I got to get the whole story. So we're going to start back to, like, you know what I'm saying, when you was born. Now, I don't need to know the date or the time and the place, but are you born and raised in Baltimore? That's the first question.
Yes,
what side? Are we west side or we east side?
I'm on the line. I'm a county boy. I'm from Canfield, USA.
Okay. I respect it.
Yes,
I respect it. Different.
Needs to be concerned.
Yeah.
Right
away. Okay. So in your formative years, because I'm trying to connect people to the childhood to how you got in the position you in. Mm-hmm. What was music like? What was being played in the house as a kid? What was your farthest back music experience?
My dad's a DJ.
Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Yo, here we go. There we go.
So
all the information.
But you know what's crazy about that? My dad's a DJ, and he didn't even want me around this shit. He didn't teach me anything. He didn't listen to like anything. But I was listening. But yeah, he never took me down. Come on, get on the turn. None of that. I was sneaking. Eventually, I would end up sneaking his records, stealing his records and stuff. And he was like, "You take my records, boy." You know that. So he was kind of in the back of his mind, kind of like, "All right, that's my guy." But he never once was like, "Sit down." But a friend of mine down the street, rest in peace, Rock Dolo, he's the one that tore my 2024 up. He just died this year. He taught me everything. I will walk. He's probably about maybe 10 doors down.
Right.
He's a year older than me. He's like my big brother.
Word.
And he would go to ride to New York and get records. Eric B. and Rakim, The Bridge, all these like super slick records that I never heard before. Opened up my mind. So I was always music. That's all I know. So yeah.
Okay. So my next question, like, what was your dad playing when he was DJing? So was he in the hip hop early?
No,
or was he
still before? This is still 80s, 70s.
Got you. So he was doing cocaine and playing disco music.
Yeah,
okay,
disco,
got you.
Funk,
do the
heavy funk. Yep. Marvin Gaye's.
Okay. So like, when was the first time when you got to actually be in, like, when I say involved, I'm saying like when you were able to buy your own music. You know, when you were able, like, were you like the house family DJ, or was your dad still doing that?
County boys, we are master thieves.
Okay.
So I would go to Metro Stereo.
Yo, I love his transparency. He giving me everything. Go ahead.
Metro Stereo, Music Liberator, Rest in Peace, Bernie. I learned how to finesse and steal records. I would pay for 2. And I walk away with 15 of them joints. It's a little process we had. I even got caught at Mondom, got kicked out of Mondom before, banned from Mondom. I got caught stealing. And my buddy Rock, he was working there at the time.
Wow.
Right? He was like, "You know this little." He was like, "No."
So you ain't give me 5.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, I used to finesse the records, man. We were master thieves when it came to getting wax. But then I would go. My mom would take me to Music Liberated in Mondom and Mall, and Tommy Davidson would be there mixing, smoking a fug on the telephone. My mom would drop me off and let me stare at him for hours, like just mixing. Like I would just watch him mix. I would just stand at Mondom and in the record store and watch him mix. He would mix house music. He would smoke a fug. He'd be doing all kinds of shit. But so then I'd be like, all right, my mom's gonna get me some records. I want that one and that one because he was rocking. They were the ones.
Mm-hmm.
I get home and be like, it don't sound nothing like the shit that he was doing. So then I go back eventually and be like, yo, you gave me an import, which was expensive as shit back then. Mm-hmm. And that ain't sound like what she was playing. He was like, oh, no, I was mixing it with that. You need that too. Oh, my God. So now I'm $40 in the hole. I'm still a spoiled kid, so my mother paying for it anyway. But she wanted to see me, like, do something good. So, you know, so I go home, mix. Like, I would mix and play basketball. That's all we would do out the county.
Damn. So when did that first opportunity? I guess were you like a personality first, or were you a DJ first? Like
always been a DJ, and I'm a wild boy.
So, God, first DJ gig. Come on, tell us about the first DJ gig.
I think I got paid, which was a meal. Like if you mix it, you know, like I'll feed you and get you drunk if you mix. House party, you got to think club music ran a big part of Baltimore for a long time, so we're not even talking about hip hop, until.
So are you saying that? Because I'm not trying to date you or whatever, but like you started DJing, was it the 90s or was it the late 80s?
Late 80s.
Okay, and club music was dominant even in the late 80s?
Well, you know, I'm still learning the craft. By the time I'm getting to where you talking about parties and stuff, we talking about early 90s.
Gotcha.
So now club music we got, you know. We would go, you know how I know it was when I was in high school, because we would go to Odell's. And I would go to go hear Sean Marshall mix. Reggie Reg was on the mic, and Sean Marshall used to rock Sundays nights. I was still in school. I had school in the morning. Real quick side note. Long as I kept A's and B's in school, I could do whatever the fuck I wanted to do. And I did everything the fuck I wanted to do. I had no curfew. So I would get locked up. I would do all kinds of great steal cars, whatever, you name it. But every time I would go to the Troy, you know, I'm in the police shit or wherever, she'd be like, but he's getting A's and B's. He's on the honor roll. So I would never get in but so much trouble because, hey, my father was a school teacher. Eventually, later on, we'll get into it. He was my school teacher. He was my gym teacher. Franklin, Mr. Squirrel's the man. My dad's the shit. Rest in peace, Dad.
Crazy. So let's get into a little history. So did house music come first and then club come out of house music, or was it the other way around? How did to your recollection, what do you remember?
To my recollection, I think house music probably always been here, kind of, sort of, but we didn't really grasp the whole till Frank came, right? Because Frank infused Miami bass with the like the hip hop loops and all that kind of started. Two White Brothers and the Dog, Doo Doo Brown, and that's kind of what morphed our definition of like okay. And then Sean Caesar came with Unruly and all, like eventually all these, but like from what I remember, like the early days, because we was still getting our shit from Chicago. Chicago was running Yo-Yo Trev and all that shit. We was partying and that was all Chicago and shit that we was getting here. That's why it was imports and shit like that. So here. My first remembrance of like really like, oh, this a Baltimore sound. Frank Ski with the Doo Doo Brown era, kind of like the cat. Yeah, that was our sound, and then it morphed in Sean Caesar, eventually Rod Lee's. It went, but it all started to me like right in that time period. Yep.
So in that time period, that's when you're doing house parties as a DJ and you coming into your own.
Yeah, I was in a strip club. Colossals and Club 900.
Wait, this thing keep blowing my mind, yo. Hold up, bro.
Good enough.
You jumped from house parties to the strip club?
Yes, because you gotta think there wasn't a whole bunch of DJs, like a plethora of DJs in Baltimore.
Right.
Mike Crosby, Kenny, Frank, Reg. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot at all. That's why we were superstars, because it wasn't a lot. You know what I mean? Down Hours of Party wasn't shit back then. And
then also because the gate of, I tell people like back in the day that the barrier of entry was a lot of times the money. So if you couldn't
going to the store buying them records, doubles and some of them imports, records, 19. That's the
easy part. I'm talking about them damn equipment. SP 1200s and the mixers, and then you got to put the case to put them in. Like the one turntable was $1,000, so you got to get two of those. That's $2,000. The mixer might cost you, if you get the cheap one, it's $400, and if you want to get the good quality one, it costs you another $1,000.
I sold my father's Run DMC collection is about this thick of records, probably about maybe like 15, 20 singles. For my first turntable.
God damn.
Like here, and I got my first straight arm turntable. You know, when you spin that shit, I was in the game after that.
Oh my God. So, all right. So you got to go back and tell me, how long were you doing house parties before you transitioned into the strip club?
From probably like 13 to, I want to say probably like 18, 19.
Okay. So you was legal in the strip club. I was about to be like, this nigga was 16 years old and that bitch.
No, I was probably about 19, 20 when I started doing Brianna's, which was a buddy of mine.
Right.
He had a strip spot right across the book nook, right across from Choices.
Mm-hmm.
And he had pussy in there.
Yeah.
So I started in there and went from there to Club 900, which where they was giving out the bitches would give out testers a head. 3 slurps, you're gonna pay. That was yeah. Then I went over to Colossals where they had the motherfucking counterfeit money because they couldn't use real money.
Right.
Like, yeah. Get them ones out started with me, probably. Yeah. Get them ones out, yeah. But yeah, bitch used to give out testers a head. Used to be a pool table. Niggas that went, they know what I'm talking about. You can fuck. Like you can tear some wheels up on the pool table in the club. And bitches giving out testers a head, 3 slurps, and you paying. Like I done seen it all.
Damn. And this predates Ball 50 hoes. Shout out to Tim. But so how long were you jumping from strip club to strip club? Obviously getting your 3 slurps in every night.
Probably from like 2021 to probably like 24, I would think.
Okay.
24, 25.
Did you ever have any ambitions of doing radio at the time? Or were you just having fun?
You gotta think back then DJs ain't talk.
Mm.
DJs were Kenny K.
Got you. So when I'm not going to ask that because that's going to take us down a whole nother path. But like, who was hosting like in the strip club? So
Reggie
like,
Reg.
Tony. When you was doing the strip clubs?
Oh no, but those were the hosts, the hot hosts
right
those
in the
times.
city. Right.
No, I was get them ones out. You ain't got to do much. Right. There's pussy there. Make sure you keep your drinks up. You know, you got to have one drink. You know the usual. You ain't. Yeah, you know you ain't high, but you doing what you do in the strip club. Keep them drinks a flowing. Make sure you tip the bartenders. Get your thumb out her ass. You know, like you know the usual.
This guy is bugging. So my question. All right. So when you went doing the strip club, what was you making on an average at that time?
Probably about like $300, $400
a night.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
But you gotta think times was different back then.
Yeah.
DJs could make 1,500, close to 17. Like it was times was different. DJs were still important.
Right.
They were still important. They were still the flyers would look for the DJ, not the promoter.
Because flyers would be expensive as hell. Just to do flyers back in there, probably $500,000.
The big billboard posters used to be on everywhere. I still got a couple with my name on it.
I got a whole book that I have.
Teamsters. We used to do Teamsters Union Hall. But that's later on. That's once I started like Reg put me in the I was in the league then. We called it the league. I wasn't in the league yet.
So when you in a strip club, are you
that's like college.
Yeah,
I was like college.
Because I'm thinking
because that's how I got noticed. Reggie Reg came to the strip club, was like, yo, you be rocking.
Okay. So were you dreaming of one day being like, oh, I'm gonna be in a Paradox, or I'm gonna be in here, or were you just having fun, like not even giving a fuck?
I really wanted to be a pimp.
I'm sorry. So you keep fucking my.
I'm old. I grew up under Ice-T. I ain't really, I'm a music.
Yeah.
I would listen to Ice-T. I already knew I wasn't gonna beat my bitches either. I was just gonna be like the good pimp. You know what I mean?
Well, you ain't gonna be like Chris Brown.
And I'm gonna tell you this is the truth because my mom's still living. My mom will tell you because I used to have to go to guidance counselor because I did a report on it, which I still have to this day of how I was gonna be a pimp. And I mean, I did it real in depth. Like I really thought it was a job, like yo, that's a
dope job.
That's a dope ass job. I'm not even gonna beat my bitches. No, I'm gonna be the good guy.
There will be no abuse here. I'm gonna love them, and they gonna give me the money, and I'm gonna take care of them. They gonna have their own.
Yeah, I would have more to stroll.
You're a wild guy. So after you realized that pimping probably wasn't gonna be the long term,
was like,
and you're DJing in the clubs, you're making some good money, so you know what I mean, you cashing out. So do you think, hey man, I want to get on to bigger venues? Are you listening to the radio going, damn, or you still kind of like?
in our own world.
You just having a blast, bro.
Yep.
This guy is just having fun. God bless you. God, there's not too many people that just get into their own world and just be having a freaking blast.
Yeah, that.
And you making enough money to where you really living good.
I'm like Ferris Bueller, Parker Lewis, like that shit.
Yeah,
that shit.
Hell
old school. If people know.
So are you doing multiple nights a week at the club?
2. I was doing Thursdays and like Sundays, or Thursdays and Saturdays.
You making $600 a week?
Yeah,
cash.
Yes.
Plus, you picking up little gigs here and there. Yeah. Oh, you living. What was you driving back then? I know you was whipping.
Range Rover. I had the County. Everybody know me. I had the Black County bought with cash. I had the all of them were pieces of shit now, mind you. Super pieces of shit. I had the County, the 4.6 for a little bit, and I had the newer, all of them pieces of shit. Waste of fucking money, but I had them all.
But you had them all. Yeah. God damn. Yeah. All right. So tell me about the night that it all changed when the big homie come in and invite you to the league. Well, tell us about it.
I backdoored into the league. No Diddy. You know, there's and back then, Radio 1 used to be on St. Paul Street.
Mm-hmm.
It was 92Q, Magic 95.9, Spirit 1400, and WOB 1010 AM, the talk station.
Mm-hmm.
And upstairs, I'm gonna give you some history. Before there was Arbitron, which monitors the music, it was a department upstairs on the 8th floor of that building that did. Miss Hughes did her own Arbitron, her own music surveys, her own independent surveys, her own Arbitron.
Gotcha.
She didn't want to pay them. Like, fuck y'all, I'll do my own.
Right.
So it was a whole department. A buddy of mine who was like telemarketer type shit, you know, one of them door, you know, that was hot back then.
Yeah.
Door to door, telemarketing and all that shit. I did all that shit.
Wow.
Just we were kids, yo, but we always worked and we just steal and but anyway, we find a way to steal. But he worked there.
Okay.
And by then I'm getting in, like I'm living in White Lock now. I'm fucking trying to kill people. I'm wilding the fuck out. So he was like, yo, I'm down at the radio station, yo, and you still mixing and shit. Like, come down there. It ain't DJing and nothing, but like it's in the building.
Right.
So I became hey, I got a cassette. Remember when the cassettes used to lay down? They would give us a cassette every night. We would sit down. Boo Man worked with me too. Shout out to Boo Man. And we would sit there and call people on a list and be like, hey, would you like to do a music survey? Listen to these 5 songs and rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. And that was write them shits down. We learned how to cheat on that shit. But anyway, I'm in the building. From that, one of the guys that worked up there with us, he also worked downstairs in the league. And WOLB, he was a board operator. So I was like, yo, what's up with that? So now I'm finessing down there. Maybe like a week after I got down OLB, they got rid of that whole department.
Wow.
Yeah, the whole department gone. Ask Boom, he'll tell you. Yeah, so I made it. I'm in. Like, you know, like, ugh. So I'm in. So now I'm a board operator for Clarence Mitchell's, Lisa Mitchell. These are all like the, you know, all the politicians, Larry Young.
Right.
So my favorite guy of all who taught me like everything in radio was C. Miles. He had a show called Talk How You Like Underground Posse. And he was the epitome of man, like no Diddy, but he was like, this is how you don't let the man fuck you. This is how because this business is snakes and bullshit.
Right.
It is. You know?
No, it's a fact.
Yes. And he was teaching me how to navigate that. He was teaching me about show prep. He was teaching it because we would come in 2 hours before the shift and put his show together with sound effects. And he taught me that. He taught me how to get acute with your shit, you know, so to speak. So now I'm like, oh, all right.
This deep.
Yeah, so now I'm like, okay. They ended up firing him because he called Kurt Smote a faggot. And he might have been. But Miss Hughes was like, damn, you my guy. Yo, he was putting up 92Q numbers on an AM radio station. Shitting on all markets. On an AM station, putting up Q numbers. She had to fire him. Because she was like, I can't get no more permits.
Right.
The mayor ain't even fucking, you know what I mean?
Right.
So she got rid of him. But by then, Reg, and I'm in the league, but he walking like, yo, what you doing here? I like working at OB. He's like, yo, gonna be the strip club. You know, so they boom. And so it's a wrap now, because now he was like, yo, when they had these holiday mixes, remember Mix Fix Weekend used to mean something in Baltimore. You know what I mean?
Because that wasn't that was the only place to get
music. I don't
music.
even know we would start on like a Thursday and mix 24 hours. You know what I mean? So it meant something. He was like, yo, I think I could probably get you in on these mixed weekends. And I was like, hey, whatever. You know, I'm right down the hall at OLB at the time. So now I'm on. I'm doing holidays, killing that shit, carrying the strip. So I'm still working down the hall. So now they know, all right, Squirrel down the hall. I've been doing mixed fix weekends for now. I'm prime time, mixed fix, boom, boom, boom. Reg didn't like to come to work. Reg did the night show and did not like to come to work. He's out running the streets. He's being the mayor of fucking Baltimore.
Word. That's a fact.
Yeah. He's running the strip.
He getting bags.
Yeah, so work is
dropping them tapes.
Yeah,
them
so work is kind of like secondary to him.
Facts.
So it's time for the 9 o'clock mix every night. Conan's on the mic at the time. He's the night show. And he's like, this nigga Reg is not here. We already mix. We live. Turntables. Ain't no Serrato. Ain't no pre-record records. I got my records because when I get off the air, I got to go to the strip club. He's like, Squirrel, yo, I need you. 9 o'clock mix. Reg ain't show up. You want to do it? Fuck yeah. Mind you, this is mixing in front of the world now. I ain't never did that shit. I'm nervous as whore pussy, like for real. You know what I mean? But I did it. Ask Conan. He would tell that. That's his story. This nigga's hands were shaking the whole time. My hands were shaking the whole time. I killed that shit. Ask him. Tore that bitch. It's like, it's about to be a problem. PD, like, who was PD at the time? It might either Nikki, Dion. It was probably Dion Summers was probably the program director at the time. And they looking like, oh, this little nigga's tearing shit the fuck up. And that's now I'm on kind of, like now I'm mixing a lot. I'm filling in for Reg. I ended up taking his job because I'm a wild boy. So I'm in there cutting up, fucking with people, tripping. But before then, they was like, yo, this is a wild little nigga in the building. We got to do something with him. So they gave me Friday Night Fire. Me and Hazmat, 1A to 3A. And they basically was like, find out, cut your mustard, who you are. I invented, don't forget the drink special. Whore pussy, thumb in the noodle, noodles. Like, and the word the noodles came from back then, chicken noodles was the shit. Right. All right, chicken is the good part of the noodle. These bitches is just the noodle. Where noodles came from. So I'm calling bitches noodle, palooza. We fucking wilding the fuck out. White boy Victor Starr ended up becoming the program director. And he came into town and was like, what the fuck is that shit at night? That's what my night show should sound like. Called me up, was like, Squirrel, that shit you doing, off the hook. K Swift and Reggie Reg is on the radio at the time. They're running nights now. I'm moving a little bit. They running nights now. I want you in with them. So I gets in like, okay, I'm on a night show with K Swift and Reggie Reg. And I sat in the corner the whole shift. They would not pot the mic up to me. They, Reg don't know what's going on. Right. Squirrel just gonna be sitting in with y'all now. Okay. So now it's Reg and Swift back and forth. Boom, boom. I'm just sitting over here like, holla at me if you need me. Let me get in. Let me get in. I guess I ain't gonna be jumping tonight. Victor calls like, yo, what happened? I'm listening. I'm waiting to hear. I was like, Victor, I ain't running the board. Like, he was like, I figured that. Next night, he was like, from now on, Swift, you run the board. Squirrel, you're the co-host. And Reg, you're going to call in from the street. That's 100% truth. Yo. Reg did not take that lightly. He said, fuck that shit. He went to Miss Hughes. It was a whole thing. But that's K Swift and Squirrelwyde started then. So, wait a minute. So, yo, you got beef. You done took one nigga job. I mean, not that you intended to. No, because he put me on. Right. He kind of gave me. He put you in position. Put me on, and not only did I left out, but not only did he put me on, he would take me around. I would hardly. Everybody know, Reg, where my money? Well, Jazzy gonna have the Jazzy is his daughter. Well, I gotta go to the. He would never hardly pay me. Right. But I was carrying I was opening all his events. So where all the We would go to Eastern Shore a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We would go to the Teamsters parties. You name it. I'm talking about ripping it down. This is all club music. Hip hop ain't shit right now. It's all club music. Turn it up. We traveling. We be hitting. Frank Saul was like, yo, you be rocking, but you won't be getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Want to come down to the big league with the big boys? I get you paid. Boom. I'm with Frank Ski now at Mariah's on Route 40. Now I'm in the league. Now I'm getting about like 5, 6 a night. And he got me closing with Bubby Love and Tay Rock. They got me closing. I'm just, finishing the night off. Had Mariah's on lean.
Damn.
On lean.
So when all of this is happening, this will go back to my question. So you bump one person, you end up busting up another show where they coming in because they was ignoring you the first night. Then you come in now, you the man now. So how is you gotta feel like there's some uneasiness?
Nah,
People just let it ride.
During them times, it was so far and few between.
Mm-hmm.
I was still like coming up. Man, these people are up here. They know I'm not getting there.
Right.
So, I'm not even, they let them boy run them up. They ain't really real. Like Frank Ski is the one that told me, you got to think, we still just DJs. And DJs don't run their mouth. Talk with your hands.
Mm-hmm.
In my Mariah's times, he was like, Squirrel, you can mix your ass off. Might have one of the best DJs I've seen. But ain't nobody going to know you or know shit about you till you open your mouth. And you're a wild boy. Start talking. Boom, it's over. It's the fuck over. It's over. It's a lot going on up here.
Right. Right.
It's over. So now and that becomes a personality. And the pay scale is DJ to air personality is night and day. You know what I mean? Now you're getting sponsors, endorsements. Now y'all didn't heard me on T-Mobile.
Oh yeah.
Every commercial damn near. That's why I stopped doing parties. Fuck, I want to do a party for when I could read a 60-second commercial and get paid double that. Fuck out of here.
That's
you know what I mean? Like,
so once you do that and they make you the co-host, you know what I'm saying? You're firmly in the door now. So I still saw you in the late 90s and the early 2000s. You were so very in the hip hop scene. You know what I mean? There was a lot of connection between you and local artists. How did that happen? Like, were you always interested in like the local music, or did people just start running you down?
At the same time, this is going on. It's a whole nother underbelly world in Baltimore that 5 Seasons, Redwood Grill, like just it's a whole nother, and I'm a part of that because my buddy Rock, who I walked down the street, who taught me, he's got a Launchpad Records. So he has, I
remember Launchpad.
Yeah, so he has artists, and he's my big brother. So excuse me, it's always hip hop's there. So now I'm in this underbelly that radio don't know nothing about or give a fuck about.
Right. Exactly.
This underbelly's moving. The only thing that hip hop was on at the time was Butterman and JB with Rap Attack.
Right.
They was doing Club Twisted. And that's where I got into Twisters, but that's still the underbelly. It's like an underbelly going on in Baltimore because club is so big, they don't want to hear no rap.
Right.
Remember the time where they be like put on anything but local rap?
But why is that? I mean, what in your opinion, why do you feel like the city never wanted local rap? Like, why? Oh, not rap, just music in general, local music. Because it was like niggas had to leave completely out of Baltimore, get signed to Def Jam or somebody like that, and then come back and be lit. Why isn't that we couldn't just support our own from the beginning?
I think it's like a 3-tier thing. It's not just one answer.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna give you an example. Atlanta, the DJs get in bed, not in bed, but like they help out the artists.
Right.
They're all one gang. The radio station are still a part of it.
Yep.
The promoters, the clubs, they're all in one.
Right.
Even if they don't like the motherfucker, they still in one cohesion, which
helps
project these stars like through the roof.
Right.
Here, the DJs don't like the promoters. The promoters don't like the radio don't like nobody. The radio is like, we don't got no competition. So if these niggas ain't giving me no money, which they're not, because I can get these shits from these major labels, fuck the local niggas. And we don't have no competition to say you need to be playing local until X105 came. That's when niggas want to, hey, yo, local, hey, Squirrel, you know them local niggas bring the local. Well, where they was at when they weren't there? Soon as they left, back to
close the door.
So we got all these, we got all these scattered pieces that can't make ours. You know what I mean?
Right. So you feel like number one, they don't have to because they the only game in town. Mm-hmm. And then what? All right. What was the next level?
What, money?
Oh, money. Oh, yeah. I guess money does make the deal. All right. All right.
That's it.
All right. And then what's the third piece?
The third piece is, all right, let's go back. We got the money is one.
Mm-hmm.
We got the no cohesion with the DJs, the club promoters, and the third is we don't have anybody that comes into town with any pull or any what label is here. Or all right, we got Kevin Lyles.
But that's not a label, that's just a person.
But
and he's gonna be super, super picky because if he puts weight behind one person and it don't work, then it's like, you know what I mean? So he's not gonna take too many risks. I mean, he did on tape.
So I gave you like three conundrums. Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, true.
We're gonna get out of it. We are gonna get out of it. It's just it's gonna take some.
I feel like the crazy thing is the Baltimore artists they've learned that we gotta navigate around all of the issues. Meaning that Tech learned that I gotta get myself hot. Then that puts the pressure on the radio and the clubs and everybody to, you gonna pay me now because I did the work to make myself hot without y'all.
Right.
So now y'all gonna pay me. That's the reason why when people be mad, I mean, I've had a lot of people be mad at Tech, and I'll be like, how you gonna be mad at Tech, but y'all wasn't doing shit for that nigga when he was coming up? Like, because niggas feel like, he should come out to my club, I'll play his record. You should throw me some bread, or why you don't make me your DJ? And it'd be like, bro, first of all, that's not how the game works.
Right, like
and then second of all, like, it's not. You play the record because people respond to it. You don't play the record because you're doing him a favor.
Right.
you need him. You need to play his record.
That was my job. That's what I was doing. I was playing the artists when they wasn't hot.
Right.
To get them hot.
Right.
And I ain't gonna front once. I ain't even tooting my own horn after I left. That shit was a wrap. I was the glue.
Right.
That squirrel come pick me up, put us back together. You can go be lost all day, but at night you're gonna know exactly what's going on around way. You're gonna know where the weed is at. Squirrel, I'm on such and such. You're gonna know who locked up. You're gonna like the pulse of the pavement. That was that. Whenever you heard somebody on that radio station, ask Chop. I was bringing in the book authors. I was bringing in the clothing lines. I was bringing in the restaurant people because I'm an outside boy. I'm outside. That's why I had like friction. I would see like, nigga, I don't never see none of y'all niggas nowhere.
Right.
How are you dictating to me what's going on? That's policy. Where y'all getting y'all information from? And Black was having those problems. Like, nigga, we there. How you telling me that shit red? I was just there. That shit blue.
That's a fact.
And they looking at me like, monkey nigga, you don't even know. It's like all politics.
And
it's all politics. You just.
I'm gonna get my little piece off. I ain't mean to cut you off, but when I went to 92Q the last couple times and I see who the people that's in charge, and I start asking questions, I realize you're not from Baltimore. You're not from Baltimore. You're not from Baltimore. It's a bunch of out of state dudes that's coming into Baltimore running Baltimore radio, and they get to kind of dictate how things happen. And I'll be like, I don't understand that. Like. I feel like Baltimore radio should be run by Baltimore people.
Could that be just a Baltimore problem? Or is it the reason why all our American Black actors are from Africa or different places? Or is it because all our top artists, Black, are from Nigeria? Or is it, why do we don't like our own? I don't know.
I don't necessarily feel like I don't think the conspiracy is that big. I definitely feel like what it is first of all, it's a closed-knit system. It's a small Black company. People going to put their homies on.
It's a lot of gatekeepers.
It's definitely a lot of gatekeepers.
It's a lot of gatekeepers.
Gatekeepers. Hey man, I got you on that. You know what I mean? But I mean, with that, and with the part that homies is gonna hook up homies, bro. It's gonna be what it is. And if a bunch of people are not from Baltimore, but they can control what happens in Baltimore, hey, bro, here, look, I'll give you 100,000. Go down to Baltimore and run the station. And then they're gonna come down and be resentful, and they're not gonna know. First of all, you're not gonna know how to deal with Baltimore personalities. You're not gonna know how the city runs and works. You're not gonna care about the city evolving and changing. You're just gonna do your job and get paid and F whatever happens. Like, and the only thing I see the people they put into the station are people that are just gonna do what they supposed to do. They're not gonna want somebody like you that's gonna be innovative and different. Why? Now you're gonna make my job hard.
I was an anomaly. I slipped through the cracks. I told you I started from OLB, so I got in that way. Swift messed it up for everybody.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why. K Swift got so big, she got bigger than 92Q. And they said we'll never have one of our jocks become bigger than the station. We can't have that.
But
we can't have it.
That's ridiculous because Hot 97 in New York is only still in existence because they've got certain pillars within that company that are bigger than the brand. Bruh, you got a Phone Flex, you got Ebro, you got, you know what I'm saying? These people are bigger than Hot 97 in New York, but they keep that shit afloat. That's not a good thing
when it comes to the system.
Why?
They can't control that. When I was, all right, let's go back to me and Swift on the air.
Okay, yeah.
I'm happy. I'm on the fucking radio. I'm Night Show. I'm Squirrelwyde.
Was that the first time you met her?
No, you know, I would see her.
You would see her around the city. Got you.
I knew Pork forever.
Got you.
Pork went to the whole county boy. Yeah, so I knew Pork forever. He was rapping too.
Yeah, I remember. I got his first single.
Yeah, Johnny was getting it in, so I knew Pork forever.
Johnny Doswell.
And I ended up bumping into him again because he used to carry Swift's crates.
Got you.
All right, so Swift is on. I'm like, yo, we're on the Night Show. I made it, and she didn't give a fuck. I'm like, she would open the brakes, 92QJ, and then just go get her nails done because she's K Swift. She has Club Queen Records. She has an event tonight. She got an interview on MTV. She's, you know what I mean? So I'm sitting down like, yeah, like I'm here. I made it. I'm on 92Q. And she was like, all right, good luck. You know, like, whatever. She means absolute shit to me. And she taught me something. And she's younger than me, but she's teaching me. Like, and she told me, she's like, yo, your brand is bigger than fuck these niggas. You know what I mean? Create your brand and use this platform to make she's doing this before marketing and all that shit, people, influencers. This is K Swift doing this shit way before time. Making Club Queen something, an entity. That's why I created Hooligan Express. Just following off of, Hooligan Express almost got bigger than 92Q. That squirrel come pick me. They was like, I don't even fuck about nothing else on that bitch. The numbers are tell. Carrying the strip. They don't like that. Because then I walk around and be like, fuck you. On certain, because they want to be able to, like, on another thing, they almost tried to take my shit. Squirrelwyde's Toughest Teams, Hooligan Express, all those creative ideas that we get, they take it and make money off of it and give us. They was going to try to give me a pair of shoes to give out when I go out. Here, I'm gonna give you some shoes.
Yo, they always try to do that. Yo,
take a pair of shoes to give to people when you go out. I was like, okay, but I created this company. Where my money? On my shirt, I see Giant, DTL, all these sponsors. Y'all jamming, and y'all gonna give me a pair of shoes to give out? I ain't even asking for $1 million, but damn, you gonna give me some shoes to give away? Man, y'all better give me some money. They don't like thinkers. So I was like, you know what? Since I own the company, all my paperwork straight. I'm countable. I don't play. Here go my paperwork. I just closed my company. You can't do that. We didn't sign contracts with Giant. You signed contracts with them. I ain't signed shit. Oh man, yeah. Let me. So I ended up winning that, and I still got hoard, but I won that. I got a $30,000 T-Mobile account from that. Okay. But I still had to do the work. You still had to do commercials. So, but I was like,
it's a payday.
That.
Yeah, it's a payday.
But yeah, that's real life. That's really what like, I ain't lying. This is real.
That's what's up. So all right. How did you come up with the concept of Hooligan Express?
Hooligan Express first was a credit card. The American Express, Hooligan Express, can't leave the hood without it. I have them. I have a whole bunch of them left, but I actually got some cards printed up. The Hooligan Express card. And on the back of the card, I had Samos, Cashland, Driver's Ed School. I had like locations that if you showed the Hooligan Express card, they would give you 10% off. Yeah. So yeah.
Yo, you a fucking genius.
So it went from
genius.
So eventually I wanted to get it from the green Hooligan Express card to the black. Then eventually I'm giving away cards with the platinum. You know, different. Hooligan Express can't hit the hood without it. You know, so that's where Hooligan it really started. Train, I don't know how the fuck that shit morphed into a train and picking people up and just morphed into that. But it really started as a credit card.
Word. All right. Can I get 4 of those credit cards?
Yes.
Please. Yo.
Yes.
I just have my legendary Baltimore memorabilia.
With the band, like mark, like we tried to fit, like, because these are hard plastic credit cards. Like, I'm doing innovative shit.
I love you,
I think
bro.
This is like 90.
I love you, bro. That's so genius, yo. We might have to bring it back.
Oh,
yo.
yeah.
We might have to bring that shit fucking back. That is so lit. That's so lit.
Can't hit the hood without it.
Can't hit the hood without it. Jesus crazy. Also, on a side note, because we both know that Pork Chop is a rapper, yo, I need his Chicken Box song.
Yes, that's
and I need Baltimore niggas do Baltimore things. So I got his first single on CD. I bought it in the stores. I'm a Baltimore music fan, super fan. But every time I see
real quick, let's talk about my guy.
Go ahead.
Swift passed. It was terrible. So I did the show by myself for like a whole year.
Wow.
I used to bring in Snoop. We did the ass clap contest. I bring in strippers. We did Pastor Strip. I was a preacher, and I used to give out Holy Communion if you let me put my hands on you to feed. I'm completely going there, like, right? Because I'm by myself. So Vic was like, I'm getting complaints from all the Bible bangers. Oh, they hate my guts. How can he desecrate? Because I'm talking about, let me put my hands on you. I'm Pastor Strip. I make everything right. We drinking top shelf communion. We buff, you know what I mean? Top shelf communion. Yes, let me put my hands on you. Thumbs in the noodle, all that. But he used to always say, like, yo, your numbers are through the fucking roof. They hate your guts, but your numbers are through the roof.
They hate watching at that point,
Yeah, so I did that for a year. Eventually, they was like, all right, Victor left, and who came back? I forgot. Kelson comes in. So now we bring Pork in with me. So now it's me and Pork. And we just like, we never missed a beat because I've known him all my life. So it's like, this ain't nothing. But the funny shit about our relationship is I love him. That's my brother. And they were always, you got to think, people didn't even know what I look like. And I'm on the air now I'm coming up on 8-9 years.
Right.
But they have their idea of what they want the station to look like. And it ain't a nigga with gold teeth and nappy hair and round way nigga. You know what I mean? So as articulate and good as it is on behind the scenes, they never let me go out. Square, you do a great job running the board. You ran the board for OLB for 10 years, damn near. You're an excellent board operator. So I'm going to send Pork out. I'm going to send Swift out. They sent everybody out on the street and left me behind to run the board. My boy Squirrel in the back. So nobody know what I look like. Nobody in the town know who the fuck. So I'm starting to talk and say that again. Hey, that's how everybody recognize who I am. The nigga, like, let me hear you talk. Hey, that's the nigga for the radio. It was even niggas going around saying it was me. No bullshit doing parties. Yes, because I'm going to do parties. And they was like, bitch, this ain't the real Squirrelwyde. You got a fake nigga. I'm looking like, I am him.
Yeah, right. I'm him, bitch.
No, he did. The real Squirrel did my girlfriend's. So I showed her the tattoo. And then they hear me talk. And they was like, no, bitch, you got. That's the real nigga right there. So, like, nobody knew what I looked like for years, decades.
That's crazy.
Decades. Until I had to be like, yo, they trying to whore me. I'm going to have to do all then my Swift kicked in. I got to create my own identity out this bitch and just use these whores as a platform to boost my shit through the fucking moon. And I'm already know, like, they don't think like me. They not talented. They not creative. These niggas is, before I got on niggas, 92 Q jams, the most hip hop, the Reggie Reg, the professional jock voice. I got on there, was like, yo, that's how I would start breaks. Yo, how you want Kurt? Thumb in the noodle. I'm on my way. Don't forget the drink special. Like all kinds of, you know what I mean?
Legendary. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's so legendary.
And that's what changed radio in Baltimore. They tried to write me out of history because I ain't one of them, but that's what changed the sound of commercial clean radio to putting some smut on. That's why Reggie called me the Smut King. And strip club. That's why I was the Smut King. If you look on our cards, the K-Swift cards that we still got them, the black and whites, that says the Smut King, Squirrelwyde. And I was like, I ain't even, but I'll take it.
You a wild nigga.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You definitely was the Smut King, bro.
Yeah, I was definitely the Smut
Nobody
King.
else in 92Q was talking the way you was talking.
Yeah, nobody was.
I don't think any time before or after you, bro. I think you've ruined it for any post person that wanted to come in and be the smut. Maybe the smut janitor. They can't even do that. Like you ruined it for everybody.
I ain't scared to drag my nuts. Because most of them niggas in there are scary. That's the whole shit about the league.
Word.
You in the league, but
now let me ask you this.
It ain't.
Because you came up in the era where club mixtapes and club albums like dominated Baltimore and even kind of up and down the East Coast. Did you ever do any albums or mixtapes like the
I got a club song that I'm on that I created.
Okay.
I don't even know what the fuck. Clan in the front, let your feet stomp. Niggas on the left. I did that. That was me. Mixtapes. We would go to Crazy John's. And that's when cassettes was hot. So we go to Crazy John's. My buddy Rock, who passed, who taught me how to mix, he would sell hip hop. I would sell the club mix. And Mike Nice and Nasty, would sell New York because he just came from Queens. And this was the 3. And we would just go around selling mixtapes in Crazy John parking lot. And those back when the lot used to jump, Crazy John's used to jump. You can have a cluster of niggas in Baltimore without murder back then. Facts. So yeah, times was different.
So you never thought about like partner with Unruly or somebody like that and then kind of like putting it big like that? You just always kept it indie?
Yeah. And I like that. Don't get me wrong, Sean Caesar's the man. I fucks with him.
Yeah.
That would be like but I could be him. You know what I mean? Like
Facts. Okay. All right.
Like that's my guy, but like, yeah. Like we and we here. Like we really
right in the mud. You in the
catch
streets.
me on Biddle Street. You ain't catch. You know what I mean? Like, come on, the hell.
All right. So how much was you
I was
selling?
running with Nemo and the Latrobe niggas, heavy, Caddy, all them. Ask any nigga.
Oh, we about to have a whole. We gotta have a whole hip hop discussion. We gotta have a whole hip hop discussion. But I wanted to get through your life first. I didn't want niggas to feel like
it's all intertwined. It's all that.
So, like, you know what I mean? At what point did you feel like it was time for you to move from 92Q and then, like, really establishing Hooligan Express as its own 24-hour platform?
COVID. I've been there for 23 years. COVID hit. I'm going into work. I get a call. Hey, what up? Squirrel, because of COVID, we're going to have to cut back and we don't need you no more. Goodbye. And I was like, okay. And that was that. I ain't even clean my locker out. My locker still got the shit in it probably. And that was it, 23 years. No, you don't get to watch when you walk away from this shit. You don't get shit. Goodbye. It was fun while it lasted. Peace, nigga. That shit. But I was kind of prepared for it because I seen them do all my heroes like that. Randy Dennis, Tim Watts, Lolo. I'm in there with them every night and I seen them get the same treatment. And they're not... And I'm nowhere close to better than them. I'm a nobody to them. And I'm just talking about in the building sense. Right. In the building sense, I'm a nigga. Right. I don't eat with them. I just work there. You know what I mean? I just work there. I'm cordial, come to work on time, do my shit. I don't hang with none of you niggas. I just work here. So I already knew how my end was going to be. You know what I mean? I knew how that was going to go. But to see superheroes go out like that, I already knew I didn't have a chance. Word. So... But it is kind of like the Slick story. What do? You learn something, master your craft, and then after that, you give it back. So now all that shit I learned from the Jews and all them, I created my own shit. 24-hour radio and tried to fix all the mistakes that I used to tell them about. You can mix local all fucking day till your fucking head fall off. Nobody gives a fuck. Until you put them motherfuckers in rotation, which means real rotation, midday, 2 in the morning, real rotation. Real rotation, right. These labels ain't coming down here. They looking at them charts, and if you're not getting that type of rotation, they moving on. And they know that. That's why they not doing it. You know what I mean? So my station, every third song is round way. 24 hours a day, every third song. Spins count. help these motherfuckers out for real. Like, come on.
Then you was bringing them in the studio.
I was bringing them
in. You was doing the interviews.
Getting suspended for playing local.
Wow.
They started getting into this shit where they had these mix lists. If it ain't on the list, you're getting suspended. So I'm playing like Smash Bit Too Much for Me, one of the probably the biggest songs round way. Squirrel, that's not on the list. I'll be like, yo, it's the hottest song in Baltimore. It's running round way. It's not on the list, man. 3 days, no pay. All right. That shit happened about 4 times.
Wow. And so, like, how would you go about getting a song on the list? Would you had to, like, you didn't even have the power to even have a discussion? That's so weird.
They try to make it, you know how they play the game.
Yeah, I know.
They're going to make you.
I'm trying to be optimistic. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying.
Your vote counts. You going to vote, ain't you?
I guess.
They already know who they're going to have. Come on now. Like, that's a part of, like, we keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe as black people. This is a whole nother... Probably no whole nother 3-hour podcast. So like, why do we keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe? And we do. You can't say we don't. We do. And we still keep doing it on every angle of goofy shit in this town and just the black people shit. Like, why do we keep falling for their dumb shit? To the point where we be like, come on, they ain't even their fault no more. Now you be like, yo, like a sucker born every day.
Word. All right, so let's run it back. Let's start talking about local music. What's the first local artist outside of Port? You know what I'm saying? Like from the 90s or the 80s that you was really like, yo, I fuck with them. And then like, tell me some of your favorites, like that you remember coming up in the game, like local artists.
Well, you know, Newmarks is the first.
Yes, of course.
The first shit I was playing ever local. Triple C, King Cut, yeah, them niggas.
Yeah,
Baltimore. Yeah, I used to run home from school to hear these motherfuckers on 1400 AM and 1360 AM every day. DJ Spin to me is the best thing that ever happened to music. You probably don't know nothing about that or me or nothing, but DJ Spin, I ran home and recorded the Spin set every day, and now you're getting nerdy musically. He spliced up reel to reels like how I fuck with Cool Edit and Adobe. He was doing that in the 80s. Acapella over instrumental. They stem. Man, fuck stems. These niggas was splicing reel to reels, the tape, splicing and taping it back together to make acapellas over instrumentals. He was doing that shit in the 80s. I used to run home and like he a robot. He's not even real.
That's crazy.
But he was doing mixes like I was doing on the Hooligan Express, acapellas over instrumentals, Baltimore acapella over national beat, all that shit. He was doing that shit in the 80s. I got that shit from him.
Do you still have any of those cassettes?
All of them.
For real? So why are we on transfer?
On CD and on MP3. I think I probably got autism.
Yo, you need to let me get those, yo. We can put them online, yo.
I got every mix I ever did on the radio from 2002 to 2020. On CD.
You gotta put it online, bro. You gotta
because I was pre-recording
yeah.
So I wasn't throwing them away. I was keeping them. So I got them all.
Yo, it's time, bro. We gotta do the Squirrelwyde. You know what I'm saying? Museum. I
still got every C Miles show he ever did. She told me to throw all his tapes away. I kept them.
Wow.
After he got fired,
I
got them all. Now I didn't transfer them yet, but I got all his shows. You gotta find some kind of way because the shit he was talking about is still pertinent right now.
Word.
Crime, taxes, crooked mate, the same shit. So if we could figure out some kind of way, yeah, that was my guy.
Wow. And we're gonna talk about some shit offline, but I've had a couple of different conversations with people about the conservation of Baltimore's musical history as far as black music. And not just jazz. Like when people talk about Baltimore music, they always want to talk about the jazz from the 60s because, Pennsylvania Avenue used to be all club, and it's just be like, yes, but there was Baltimore music in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s and the 2010s. And I said, bro, we need to conserve all of that. Like
we got a big R&B faction down here as well.
Yeah, huge. You know what I'm saying?
Spoken word.
Spoken word is we're probably one of the biggest spoken word cities in the country for real.
Yeah.
And we don't conserve it, man. Like and I find that to be very disheartening. like I love the fact that I still got my LMS CDs, like the first single and the second single. You know what I'm saying? I still got Pork Chop's first joint, and I got in the case, the original case that it came in.
Clayway.
You know what I'm saying? Clayway joint. That's my dog. Mully Man, Boss Man, like all of these people. Scar Akbar, right?
Barber. Like this is a whole community of
Hoolie Shalom, baby.
Shalom. Like we got a whole family, which is the underbelly of Baltimore. Like, because we're not. They always want to put this face of Baltimore here. There's these people, and you know, but there's a whole thing. It's a time where the block used to mean something.
Yeah.
Now it's like Vegas. It's a family fun spot. The kids go there. Yeah. It's like Vegas is now. But I remember when only select few motherfuckers used to be allowed on the block.
That's a fact. And
like,
then
for real.
I like that's the purpose of me even having a platform that I have. Is because of my love for Baltimore music and wanting to conserve it. Getting people like you, and then like I hate the fact that it takes for somebody to pass away and then people want to go back and see my video and be like, yo, I didn't know you interviewed this person. And I'm like, yeah, but I was like, I feel like everybody's story needs to be told because there's so much interconnectivity. Because we didn't know what you guys was doing behind the scenes coming up as a consumer from the outside. Y'all were all superheroes, nigga. You are a fucking, like, you know what I'm saying? To hear y'all on the radio every night and be like, yo, I want to be like this nigga. Like, man, like, I want to be on the radio. Like, I want to be able to, you know, I want to be able to tell niggas to get on the train and like, you know what I mean? Those are the things that we wanted to do when we was kids, and to meet you guys is like awestruck a lot of times, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy because we just regular motherfuckers, smoke weed, goof the fuck off, you know, got baby mother issues, like the whole shit. So that's how I always.
But that's how celebrity works.
Not all celebrity.
Well, no, not all celebrity. but I'm saying in the truest, and I would say from an honest fan point, if you're, I have serious moments in my life where I connect. I was in the car drinking with my homeboy, or I'm out with a girl and you on the joint. Like I was telling my homie,
what is that like?
He said, "What is it like?" It's just dope, man. Like
what is that?
Back in the day,
being on the other side,
right?
I'm just looking at a pork.
Right.
I'm just looking at pork pick his nose or whatever.
Right.
But what is that? I don't know what that sounds like, or what is that like outside of me standing there?
All right, let's take it back to, because I feel like the best time was the 90s and the early 2000s, because you guys would have music that I couldn't get. So if I'm listening to the radio and then that new Jeezy come on, we ain't never heard Jeezy, but you hearing, you know, all these records, and then you kept on like, yeah, nigga, we got that brand new, and we like, oh shit, now we gotta turn that shit up. Like, you guys came with energy.
Y'all got that.
You came with the Baltimore slang. You guys talk the way we talk. So there was relatability. So? Like, think about it. There's so many niggas.
And to me, I'm a county boy, so I just think I sound like the niggas in my neighborhood. I don't think I sound like city niggas.
All Baltimore.
But I guess all Baltimore niggas sound like Baltimore niggas.
Well, there are, and I tell people, you got the general Baltimore slang. Right. And then you have stuff that's inundated with like certain areas. That's why Moose's slang is going to be just a little different than the way like Tech. But because Moose is from East Baltimore and Tech is from West Baltimore up in Park Heights. So they got their little slang that's ubiquitous to them. But that doesn't mean that they still doing to-do and all that. We all still
shit
have
that
that
general. Even know we doing.
We don't know until you move away. I lived in Atlanta for 10 years. So like the first few years, it was all of the niggas making fun of me, like, yo, what the fuck this nigga saying? You know what I mean? A, they be like, you talk too fast.
Oh shit.
B, they be like, yo,
they be on my mama and my cousin ass shit.
Yeah. That they say you talk. They say, oh man, you talk so proper, and I'm like, well, and I'll be like, yeah, I did have a good education, but I'm like, yo, Baltimore dudes do speak British. A little bit more
British. I heard we British.
Facts. We have a little bit more articulation than the average Southerner. You know what I mean?
Right.
But at the end of the
New Yorkers, though.
But we not New York, right? But like, it's funny because when you go and visit New Yorkers treat you like you're a country bumpkin.
Yeah.
Oh, you country ass nigga, bitch. I'm not no country nigga. Like, we only a couple of hours away from your bitch ass nigga. Calm the fuck down. You know what I'm saying? But that's the game, bro. Like when when I'm riding with a chick or whatever, and you with your homeboy and y'all rolling up in the car and y'all drinking, because when you young, you ain't got your own place. Yeah. So you can only do is get in your little whip and ride around town and enjoy the music. And you guys become, think about it, like y'all become the circus the ringmasters. Right. And y'all are presenting the music. Yo, y'all the reason why I knew about Backland and fucking all these people, because y'all were the ones putting them on already. Y'all were the ones doing the freestyles.
Yeah.
Think about all of the stuff that you brought that we didn't. Yo, there was no internet.
I forgot about the Tuesday night fights and pit fights,
bro.
Because I've been on so fucking long.
Shit. There was no internet at that time. Yeah, so like crazy. The only way we knew about, I didn't know about Boss Man because of he was in the streets a lot, but yo, it was the radio. It was y'all. And it became everything in us was like, we gotta get to 92Q. We gonna get on 92Q. We ain't gonna beat them niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you trying to just. I
was glad to be a part of that time because now I was a part of all the times. Yeah. The times where they would chase the truck down the street. That's them. To, man, these niggas ain't giving up for old spirit CDs away. Old gospel CDs. So I ain't seen it all. But I do remember the times where they used to be like, oh my God, that's him. Old girl. That, like, oh shit. That's crazy.
You having the fivesome, no problem. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Well, you was working in a strip club, so you was probably having orgies every other goddamn day.
It's still small tomorrow though, so you gotta watch that shit.
Yeah,
it's still small.
This nigga flashback into a real nigga.
Yeah,
you gotta watch that shit. You can't be out here fucking everything.
Yeah, you gotta.
That is definitely
in this town. Oh yeah, you gotta watch that.
So let's get back to the music. Come on now, get to talk about that hip hop. You know what I mean? All right, tell me about Paula Campbell's coming up from your perspective. You know, Rod Lee is becoming like a music machine for a short time period where he put out Tim. Oh, he got the record with Tim.
All right, let's hit this wedge where, remember, club is still dominant.
Mm-hmm.
It changed when Rod Lee came with the Tim to boom, to the Rod Lee beat. That changed the whole trajectory of Baltimore. Anything but local.
Right.
No, now is you gotta put that bankrolls on. You gotta put that Wayne Jones on. You know, and now local means something. Now local matters. Smash.
Different level.
Wow.
But like, you talking about them in 10 years between these two. So you got Tim come out, then you got Paula come out.
Boss Man.
Then you got Davon come out. You know what I mean?
And that was a whole sound for a minute. That was that took place of club being played in the clubs for 90% of the night. It used to be all club. They would put I'm over here ready to put some rap on. They would play Down for My Niggas. Yep. Probably like one of them crime mob joints.
It would be Down for My Niggas. It would be High. It would be fucking. You'd have to have that pretty much that Cash Money. It would be a Cash Money no limit segment.
Anything more than 4 or 5 songs, niggas coming up like, whoa, when you gonna put that club back on?
Yeah.
So until Tim Trees and all them started morphing
it shifted.
Shifting. Now it's starting to shift. Now it's back to the club. The club is starting to die off. The club is starting to go more homosexual for real. Now it's dying off. Now rap is starting to be the dominant force in Baltimore. Now it's on and popping. But in anything, they're gonna grab their stars, and it still was an underbelly going. You know what I mean?
But with the club music, did people stop making club? Because I feel like when
Swift died, it was over.
Well, why is that? Like, because you had Quicksilver, you had Dookie Man. Not Dookie Man. You had.
It don't matter who you had. You didn't have her. She was it. She was the staple of club music. She was just getting ready to go to London. She was just getting ready to take it out of the country. She was the definition of club music. And when she died, we were so broke. It was so. We didn't even go back to nothing for a while. Like, you know what I mean? Like, niggas was just zombieing it for a minute. The city. Now, I ain't just talking about the radio people. Like, she was that important to the city that we went in zombie mode for probably like a year or so. Like, what just happened? You know, like, what happened? And then, you know what I mean? So.
That's crazy. I only met her one time. Because I was doing an event at a club downtown and I was meeting the owner to, pay the little money to reserve the date.
Right.
And she was there promoting a night for herself. And I talked to her and was like, yo, I got some music. We got some artists.
Is this Big Swift or Lil Swift?
This is definitely Big Swift.
Okay.
Swift had becoming robust at that point. And so at that point, we trying to give her music. She didn't really seem to be too excited about it. So I was just like, yo, just leave the queen alone. I ain't even gonna fuck with him. But I think she was probably just pissed off because she was there. Wasn't nobody really there. It was a small little crowd. Right. So I think she was probably in the beginning stages of like building it up. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter how big you are in Baltimore, you still got to put the legwork in to get a club packed out.
Still gotta put the legwork in.
I don't give. I be telling niggas all the time, like,
you still gotta put
promoting in Baltimore is not easy.
It's
Promoting
still probably gonna take close to a year.
Yeah, and you got to be consistent with it. You got to
be consistent,
and you got to be dumping money and
for a long time
to get that shit cracking, bro.
But Big Swift became Skinny Swift when I got on. Yeah, I think Reg big, she big. And when she got rid of Reg, she was like, they brought this little skinny nigga in. Like, what's your Ray hat? You know, like, it ain't the big crew no more.
Right.
What's going on? Let me start whipping it into shape. And then she became my size.
Wow.
But it was the whole, like, I ain't, you know, the whole, like, they did, like, damn, them Reggie Reg equals Baltimore.
Right.
And he can get got. Let me get my ass into shape. So she would eat these shits called leeks. Oh my God, they smell so terrible. It's like an onion, but I was through the whole process of her losing weight, like every day carrots and leeks and like healthy food, and them leeks stunk like a motherfucker. But yeah, I was there through the transformation and all that. She really did that. Like,
tell me about her. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hold you up for too much longer, but tell me about how y'all met. Tell me how y'all relationship. Tell me what her personality was like.
She from Randallstown. I'm from Canfield, so I kind of like knew.
Yeah, the mentality y'all had the same kind of vibe.
Yeah. She was a lot more introverted than people think. We are. Yeah. All of us are.
Yeah.
You probably are too. You know what I mean?
I have my
it
time.
Seems exactly.
I'm definitely like that.
Super cool. Like, you wouldn't think. We all got a switch, and we all know how to turn it on. And she's just one of them. We would get to, but I really got to see who she really is, and she's really like a quiet, like, type of person. You know what I mean? Until that mic come on, then it's your girl. Turn the mic off. Back to, like, you know, cool, regular Swift. Same with me and Pork. We get on that air. About the power pick. Anyway, back to fiscal earning. You know, the mic's off. You know, back to, you know. A lot goes on off the mics. But she's super, like, ahead of the time. She had a mission, which is to put Club Queen Records on the map. And she was doing shit that wasn't in style, which was marketing and that shit. But you got to think, all these people come from The Godfather, Sean Caesar, Quick, Swift. All of them are
his babies.
So they always had, like, following, not me. I think I might be the only one in there on my own merit. I ain't come under nobody. Nobody co-signed me. You know what I mean?
Word.
That's why I fucked up a lot, because nobody was like, yo, whoa, you
chill. Right.
Whoa.
Right.
No, they used to always do a couple, like, street niggas that my man Crooked, East Baltimore. He was like, yo, how you expect to, like, get on and get where you want to be with them if you keep dissing them like that? I used to, y'all horde niggas ain't shit for real. I'm out here with real niggas killing niggas. I'm on the strip. I know y'all ain't. Y'all just in this building. Fuck this coon ass niggas in this, you know. He's like, Squirrel, you're never gonna get it. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, so, you know, it took some adjusting. But it's the whole, you think these are superheroes.
Word.
Like, I see flaws all in them capes. Them capes all ripped the fuck up. So I treated it accordingly. You know what I mean?
Fact.
We all human. Don't even look, my cape fucked up.
Word.
I'm dumbing in noodles too. You know what I mean? Be looking up to me for what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? So, but it is what it is.
You know what? That was the biggest thing that I learned. Switching from being a artist to being a radio personality and all of that was like, oh, these is just regular niggas with regular problems like everybody else. So, like, once I did that, it started taking it changed the dynamic a little bit.
Yes.
And then, like, I became a lot more understanding and a lot more, like, you know, just being so, like, when I, like, say somebody didn't know you and they'll be like, man, that nigga ain't answer my DM or he didn't play my record, man, fuck that nigga. And you be like, whoa. I'm quicker to be like, bro, You don't know what that man going through. Or like, oh, but he said he was going to do this, but I said, bro, that man got a life. He probably got kids. He probably got a wife.
You know what's crazy? 23 years, I never had that. Always came through. Spotless record when it comes to that. So I didn't.
That's hard to do.
Yeah, very.
Because I can't say that I've had those incidents where I've had to just be like, I can't come.
I'm a servant.
I can't.
That's why he put me here for them.
I get that.
And that.
I get that.
So I don't miss. I don't miss.
I've had local DJs take. I pay them to do shit and they don't show up, and then be like acting like I'm like, you gonna see my money back, nigga? Like.
In Baltimore, I want to be able to walk anywhere I want to go, anytime, any place, and not have a problem. And I can do that.
See, and that's why I say it's so important. It's so, like I say, how I carry shit is so important. I say because I don't have genuine problems with no niggas. Niggas might have their little hissy fit, fussy moments, but
you
niggas
close
can't
your
really...
eyes at night where you didn't do any wrong to anybody.
Exactly.
No kind of malice, no kind of snake weasel, run off on the plug, none of that goofy ass shit.
Exactly.
You can go to sleep good at night.
Right.
You can walk around with your head up.
That's a fact. And that's the most important part.
That's the most important.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right, what else in the Squirrelwyde story do we need to tell? What else do we come on now?
I did the toughest teams. I was in my little window of being on the radio. Well, kind of a big window. I always wanted to be a servant. I wanted to do as much as I could for a round way because I knew they weren't doing it. Toughest teams. I was going out to local league football games, shouting them out. Just bringing people in. That's why when you talk to Jay monkey ass almost got me in trouble. Monkey motherfucker. But Jay Hill love him, and I'm always trying to help. So I started seeing the cold shoulders happening to that age. No, embrace them. Raven Paris and all them. She from Canfield, so I was always trying to bring come on, come on in.
Yeah.
So I'm coming on. Jay Hill come on in. They was like, Squirrel, you better watch it. You let Jay Hill in the building. I didn't know he had issues with whoever in the fuck. You know what I mean? It's all phone. I'm just trying to help a young boy to try.
Right.
That's what I'm here for. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like this, but I'm sure that's in any business. So I don't even want to just say that's.
And in the defense of corporate, Jay Hill can be a handful, but. Yes. He's still one of the illest niggas to do it.
Yes.
Like, because that man's work ethic and that man's
and
drive.
Like, why would you not want to help somebody trying?
And that's the other thing. He gonna keep showing up and he gonna keep working. Like, yeah, you gonna disagree, but that's what happens when you deal with great people. They're gonna have high energy. They're gonna have they're gonna have vision way far behind you that you can't see. They're gonna run 1,000 miles an hour, and sometimes they're gonna hit a wall while running.
That could be intimidating if you're a whore nigga.
Facts.
If not, you embrace that. You help them. You nurture them. You guide them. You do all you can for them, unless you see it as threat. As you see him at, you know what I mean? Or any of
that's interesting, bro. I never thought about that. You know what I mean? I have so many strong personalities around me, just like Raven and all of them. Like, that's my little sister. Like, you know what I mean? That stuff don't bother me. Like, you know what I mean? I actually love them for being bombastic, big.
How can you get in there and help them? You know what better than themselves?
I look at me like I'm the old head. The worst thing an old head can do is stand in the way of a young great person.
I agree.
If anything, when I met them, I saw the potential in them, and I said, "Yo, whatever you need, I got you."
Unless, like I said,
you a whore.
They threaten you, and you're a whore.
Right.
Other than that, that's what you're supposed to do. Master your craft. Let's go back to the premise. Master your craft. Give it back. That's the circle of how you become the shit. Do that shit you love to do every fucking day. And I guarantee 100% you're eventually going to get paid from that shit. You're mastering your craft. And I guarantee after that, you got to give it back.
And on period. Everything you said is straight facts. And I tell people that if you help those out, especially the ones that's willing to work, you will always end up with a community of people that you can count on.
Yep. When
you falter, things go left or right, you should always be able to count on somebody will call you. Yo, you good? Yo, how can I help you?
And I'm gonna give you a step further than that. I don't even give a shit. That's not what I do it for. I don't even want that. I'm here. I'm a servant. If I get it, that's good, but that's no.
Right.
Because now you're expecting shit from motherfuckers. That's not why we're in the game.
That's a fact.
That is not why we're in the game. We're in the game to do a service.
Right.
Period.
No, I definitely get you
now,
on that.
anything that comes off a residual off of that, that's just blessings.
That's the blessings.
And you're going to get them.
Right.
But when you kind of expect the hand, that's
feel
where the
like,
problems come in. Because that's where you be like, nigga, I was there for you and you supposed to. No.
You're right.
No.
You're right. However, what I will say is that as the elders in our communities, we need to be showing people that we need to take care of. If somebody put their heart and soul out for you to help you, you definitely should play it forward, but you should always play it back to that person too.
Right. Because if not, because some people, it happens.
As the giver, if they don't come back, I'm fine, and I definitely won't hate them. But you know what I'm saying? How can you keep a community tight if you're not taking care of the best of you? The best of you are the people that are going to sacrifice for you. So you need to sacrifice for them. Right. So like,
but if they don't,
if they don't, you
don't
cool.
want to spike them and put roots on them.
Exactly.
That's not what we're here for.
The only thing I do is when I recognize that, you know what I'm saying? Dang, I helped you at your lowest, and I might be at a low right now, and you're not here. I will just
move accordingly.
I'm gonna move accordingly.
You're gonna move accordingly. You're not gonna hold any animosity because sometimes that gift. It was a gift. They didn't think they were supposed to reciprocate anything back from that, and they're not.
And that's the problem.
Well, you shouldn't have gave the shit in the first place. Problem.
We keep part of my debate is that as far as me showing you how to be successful, I'm gonna show you how to keep the community tight.
Yes.
So I'm not saying that I'm gonna have an attitude about it, but when I put you in this position, make sure you making sure you taking care of the people that put you in that position. And make sure you're taking care of the people ahead of you. And that's why I was like, the weight of success is heavy. Right. When you get in a position of power, it's like you have to learn how to keep your balance, but you also got to learn how to balance other people and put people in position. It's a lot of work involved in being successful.
And I think the best version of that I get to see as far as management goes would be Victor Starr, which was one of my bosses. And he knew how to navigate each employee accordingly, and I thought that was special. He
treated everybody as individuals.
He had to bark at Pork,
right? Because
Pork hard-headed. Right. He know you start barking at me like, nigga, I carry a pistol. I will blow you. Come on, man. You know better to talk to me like that. But he knew to be like the disappointment, like Squirrel. I put my neck out for you. I took you from Friday night. He knew how to. He knew which button. He knew how to I let the team. So now I'm like, no, I can't let the team. So he knew how to. For each one, that's a good boss. That's management. That's how you know your employees. That's how you move. But that we'll have to disagree on that because as far as like just giving out the gift. That's all. That's all it should really be about.
Facts.
If you don't get it back, that don't mean I hate the nigga. That don't mean that I might not fuck with you no more.
Yeah, I may not be able to put that same energy out to you anymore.
But I'm not expecting.
No.
You know what I mean? I'm kind of looking like because most niggas ain't built like that.
Exactly.
And I always try to go back to that's you ain't had your father one smacking you in your neck enough.
That's a fact. But let me ask you this question: Your mama raised you. Your mama born you into the world. She raised you. You're not gonna get back to your mama.
All right. Me personally, I am.
Your daddy.
But
I mean, that's what you.
I was raised. I said, I was a county boy, so I kind of was raised by the Canfield niggas. My parents was like, we made it. I don't give a fuck what you do. Because we're in the county now. We made it. You don't have no curtain. We're in the county. We made it. Leave me the fuck alone. My father used to be like, you got a roof over your head, got some food in your mouth, you leave me the fuck alone. Okay? My mom was like, put a coat on. So that was all where parenting went. So everything I learned, fighting, everything I learned was from the street. So I can't some people might not even had the mom in the house. She was getting high. Dad's gone. So that's why
it's so important to make sure you go back and kiss mama, give her some flowers every now and then. But
if mama was getting high and you had to raise your little kids and your little cousins and brothers and sisters, you still want to give that same. I think you should because I'm not
going to give her no money to get more crack, but I'll get her some food and whatever.
But you said there's not black and white. It's different.
Yeah, different shades of gray.
Different levels.
Different shades of gray.
Different shades when it comes to that.
Giving is giving. Like if a person gives, there should always be, and when I say reciprocation, reciprocation doesn't always mean monetary.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely
showing
not.
up for that person. It's showing love. That it's funny because all right, I ain't gonna get into that. But anyway, we gonna go down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
But with that being said, bro, like, what do you have coming up? Like, you know what I mean? Talk about Hooligan Express now. You know, where are we gonna take this? Like, what's your?
We was becoming a problem.
Yeah.
And then the station burnt down. Like we was starting to get them sponsors that they were getting.
Mm-hmm.
They started calling us. They knew it was becoming a problem. Like everybody was coming to that building like, okay, they saw it. I still get the ratings and all that. So I know what's going on. Y'all can talk all that. We number one. Yeah, okay, nigga, I see this. I see the books. All right. So, but we was becoming a problem. The building burnt down. And I ain't no punk nigga. So we just we're rebuilding. So now I'm trying to navigate more of kind of what I wanted to do anyway. I wanted to be the AO Boutique of radio. AO Boutique is Rail, our buddy, and he has all the local clothing lines in one location. I wanted to be that for Baltimore radio, which is what I was doing anyway. I'm playing the local music. I want all the hot podcasts. In case you missed it on your podcast, you can catch it again on Hooligan Express Radio. I want to be the AO Boutique of radio and things involved with Baltimore culture, podcast, local artists, and I'm cleaning up all these motherfucker shits. That's you don't hear me. Niggas here don't clean their music, which is a problem. But I'm not mad at them. You know why? Because with radio, I'm playing that shit anyway. Why pay extra money to get your shit clean and they know 90Q ain't playing that shit? So I ain't mad at them. We're in a new age now. Apps rule the world. Apps rule these cars. Apps rule these people's phones. We're in that space now. We ain't got to ask permission no more. I got you. But start getting your shit clean. I'm cleaning it myself right now because before 8 p.m. on Hooligan Express Radio, it's all clean music. So all that every third song local, I'm cleaning myself because niggas don't clean they shit. But I want to be able to be played in stores. We getting played in hospitals. We getting played in salons. So during the day before 8 p.m., everything is clean, which I got to do myself. But I love this shit. I don't know how to do nothing else but music. So what the fuck else I'm going to be doing?
That's a fact.
So that's that passion I'm talking about. Learn it, master it, live it, be a part of the, you know what I mean? It's more than just getting in there to get some pussy or to get a couple dollars. No, this is a lifestyle. This shit, when I'm not listening to music, I'm listening to music. When I'm not monitoring radio, I'm monitoring radio. When I'm not, you know what I mean? It's a lifestyle. And when you get into that mode, you're going to win. It's going to take a while, but you're going to win. Especially if you're doing it on your own and not dealing with the gatekeepers or taking some pickle or because you got to think that's that industry. That's no Diddy. It's pickle. If you want to fast track it, give up the goods.
That's why I'm broke.
That's why we walking. That's why it's taking. Hey, I told my friends and everybody, I'm going to get you right up till they want my wheels. So where it ends at 1,000 we topping off at 100,000 If we can get to the million without me giving up my wheels, we're going to get as far as I can get y'all. But I'm not compromising my butthole for none of y'all motherfuckers. So I'm going to get you. I'm going to try to get us as far as we can get. But yeah, that's it.
You know we're going to have to do a part 2 of this, right?
Definitely.
Because we ain't talked about all of the celebrities coming through the city, your experiences, Did you meet Big?
Yo didn't even let 2 Chainz in the building.
Who?
Who was the boss at the time that was being funny? I think it was Kelson. Just because
nigga look like Kelson. That's the fuck.
Because 2 Chainz was late.
2 tall ass niggas with long ass dreads.
He wanted to make a message. 2 Chainz like, nigga, let me in this motherfucker. What the fuck is going on? Like, yeah, I done seen a lot. There's a lot of shit.
That's crazy, bro. But thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm
no
so
problem.
honored. I'm so honored. I seriously am, bro. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Just everything you've done for my life, for the city. You know what I mean? You stopping by here. I'm so honored that you just graced my home and my studio with your presence, bro.
Round way.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, if there's anything, you know me. You can call my phone anytime. I will come out. If you tell me to pull up somewhere, I will be there. You know what I'm saying? It's just...
Might not stay long,
I'm not going to stay long. I'll tell you that right now. Nah, I'm
you like me.
I'm gonna dap everybody else on some love.
Man, I'm Houdini.
I'll back out the door.
Now
slow.
I'm Houdini. All right. They're like, yo, Squirrel around here something. No, that nigga been gone.
Be right on that couch watching TV, nigga. Like, yo,
but I'm glad you're here to see what's gonna happen.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Word.
Like we've been through it long enough. It's time for the new look, and it's gonna happen.
Yo, when you dropped that app and you started doing the 24-hour radio, it was now mind you. A lot of the big names that's in local radio is my niggas.
Right.
So like 1500 came up from under my banner. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Radio on Fire came up from under my banner. All of them niggas started out under VVC for real. But like them my niggas. So like when you started copping out, yo, they was hitting my phone. Yo, this nigga Squirrelwyde, like, yo, what the fuck, yo, what's going on? Yo, he just his name alone. And I'm like, bro.
But what I want to do is I want some kind of way where we can all. Because that's the only way we're going to beat the beast.
Yeah, facts.
It's got to be even to right now. Like, come on.
Let's do it.
All we got is us.
Y'all
can get on y'all funky bullshit. I'm not just talking about the just everything here.
Right. Nah, all of them niggas is cool as cool as a fan.
Yeah. I'm not talking about, but just as far as like us, like I know we've got programmed to not like want to work together and like, but yo, all the other nationalities do it and win.
Yeah. Yep.
Come on, shake it. Where the camera at?
Yeah.
Shake it off. It's a spell they put on us. It's wearing off, but shake it off. Snap out of it. Come on, let's go. Like, let's go.
That's a clip right there, nigga. That's a fucking clip.
Like,
for your
wake
ass.
up. Like, for
that's
real.
Real shit.
Like, as soon as we get it.
Right. It's gonna be done. But for real, Squirrel, we already got it. It's like I have to keep breathing life into niggas because they don't see the progress. Because I keep trying to tell them, as long as we stand together, I said, all right, say if Coca-Cola want to come in town, drop $500,000. Bro, that's 100,000 for me, 100,000 for you. I said, if we all come even, not saying under one organization, but if we at least band together and work together, I said we can get bigger advertisers. We can get the record labels to bring the artists to come down and do a press junket with every nigga. But if I tell niggas, and this is my problem, I will be like, yo, I started a record pool. And I said, I called it a media pool where it was like, I just wanted all the internet radio stations. If you was a podcaster, all right, bro, we have to show up so that the record labels will see people in the building and I can get these niggas to bring people. But it'll be like, I'll set it once every 3 months. I put the flyer out, and what do? At first they said they're gonna be there, and then the day of, I'm all getting all these texts. Yo, bro, I can't come tonight, yo. Oh, bro, I'm with my wife, yo. Ain't be like,
you know, I know it can get done. I had a meeting before. This is probably before your time. I had a Baltimore meeting with all the rappers, and it was successful. We had it at a library. I rented out a library, and I was like, and it was just on I'm gonna send you pictures too, because we at least 50, 60 artists. All the local rappers came. Yo, and I was surprised. And it was just me, like, we got to figure it out.
Yeah.
And we just sat there and I just was like, what we going to do? I don't have no answer, nigga. I'm just a DJ, nigga. But what we going to do? Like, or we just going to keep running in the mud? Like, and that's moving. That's what we got. But that's why I said, don't give up. It's going to happen. Yeah. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Everybody knows me. That's my motto. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Let's walk it out.
Yeah.
The fun part is in that meet from A to B. That's where we're gonna have fun at. That's where we're gonna find the people that we really love and cherish and funny moments and all that shit is in the meet. It ain't in A to B. It ain't in the ending result. But if you snaking and weaseling all through this part and trying to beat the process and jump over niggas, and niggas here would rather all of us go broke together than just to help. Like, what the fuck? Are we on lead? Like, what the fuck are we chewing on?
I honestly feel like a lot of niggas feel like if they can't be the nigga, the center of attention, then they don't want to be a part of it. Like, if I can't be the boss of it, I ain't going to be it. And it'd be like, bro, we all can't be the boss. And I said the craziest part is I don't even want to be the boss. Yo, one of y'all niggas put it together and give me a call. I'll be there, bro.
I don't mind being a running back, wide receiver.
Yo, for real.
Anything but tight end. Like, I'm tight end. Loose and tight. Like,
stop it. But like Jay Hill will call my phone, bro. Can you jump on live with me? Yeah, bro. Tell me what to do. Yo, can you grab some topics? I don't question him. I don't have an attitude about it. Yo, that's my man. Like, yo, you need help? I'm there. I'm not asking you for no money, bro. I good.
In 2024, all that bullshit gonna start dying off. It's a new vibration we're on. Get deep on you. We get ready to go on this new vibration, and it's all about love and help. For real. Other than and they ain't got nothing to do with us. You can say whatever the fuck you want to do, but that's what's happening right now. But in that vibration, all of us are starting to bump it. Them atoms are starting to. Hey, I ain't see you. We see each other at America's fucking best.
Thank God for America's
best. But I'm just saying that shit is with everything. With like all that bullshit and all them people that ain't interested in all, and they dying off anyway. We ain't even worry about that shit. But if we can just one time get. Even America as a whole, if we just all be like, you know what? Ain't nobody paying mortgage no more. Fuck y'all. What you gonna do? All of us, they're gonna be like, well, I guess I ain't paying mortgage. But they get in our mind and get us scary and hate each other. And they wake the fuck up. For real. Like, get off of that shit. Get off that shit. It's a new day and age. Snap out of it. Yeah, you nigga. Snap out of it. Like, for real.
Word.
That's how we're gonna end it. Snap the fuck out of it.
There's nothing more to be said. Bro, I thank you. I love you, bro. And once again, as always, you know, you can call my phone for anything, whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore, make sure that y'all showing this man love in the streets. Shower him with money.
No. Just download the app.
Download the app.
It's free.
You know what I mean? Press play, tune in, call in, support, and buy advertisement.
Yes. Any content from Roundway, I'm here. And you know I ain't on no, but he be funny. No. You know I ain't that nigga.
Facts.
I give out phone numbers. Here go my phone number. Call me.
Word. Facts. Super facts. So we're going to check y'all next time. Hopefully we can get Rod Lee one day, or maybe this thing can alley-oop somebody else.
I put a word in. But you know he don't like talking to people.
He don't like talking to nobody. You know what I mean? But he's a fucking legend. I got to get that. I got to get the story before he passed, yo.
Yeah, I'm going to try to work some magic on it.
Facts. Let's do that. Yo, we out of here. Peace.
Big mouth.
Yeah. Hit that end. Hit it again. Hit it again, buddy. No, hit that. Now go down to the underneath.